Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 6, Lesson 45, and today we're looking at subject-verb agreement with some tricky special subjects. These are the subjects that don't behave the way you'd expect, groups that count as one, words that end in S but name a single thing, words that only ever come in pairs, and amounts of money or time. Once you know the patterns behind them, they become easy and even a little fun. Let's get started. Let's start with collective nouns. A collective noun names a whole group with a single word. Team, cast, jury, family, committee. Most of the time, that group acts together as one unit, and when it does, we treat it as singular. Look, the team takes the bus. The whole team moves as one, so the subject is singular. Here, the verb takes matches it, singular for singular. Subject and verb agree. So whenever the group is doing one thing together, reach for the singular verb. But collective nouns have a second side. Sometimes the members of the group act on their own, each doing something separately. And then we treat the noun as plural. Watch how the meaning shifts. The cast sign their autographs. Here, the actors aren't moving as one body. Each person is signing a different page for a different fan. Because they're acting as many separate individuals, the verb sign is plural. So the very same kind of noun can be singular or plural. It all depends on whether the group is acting as one or as many. Now here's a group that fools a lot of people. Nouns that end in the letter S but are actually singular. Take mumps, measles, and mathematics, or the news and civics. Every one of them ends in S, yet each names a single thing. One illness, one subject, one body of news. So each takes a singular verb. For example, mathematics is my favorite subject. Not mathematics are. Mathematics is, because it names one subject. That S on the end is just part of the word. It doesn't make the noun plural. Now flip it around. Some nouns that end in S are always plural because they name things that come in two matching parts. Think of scissors, pants, and jeans, or binoculars and eyeglasses. Each of these is really a pair joined together, so we treat it as plural. For example, my pants are muddy. We say are, not is, because pants names a two-part thing. The same goes for the scissors are sharp, or my glasses are dirty. When a noun names a pair, use a plural verb. There's a special subgroup here. The words that end in ICS, like politics, athletics, and statistics. These can be either singular or plural, depending on what you mean. Look at the first sentence. Politics is her field. Here, politics names one single area of study, so it's singular, and we use is. Now the second sentence. Her politics were controversial. This time, politics means her particular set of opinions, several of them, so it turns plural, and we use were. So with an ICS word, always stop and ask what you actually mean, one whole subject or many separate parts. Last special case, nouns of amount, money, time, distance, weight. The trick here is that an amount can be thought of as one single unit or as separate pieces, and the verb follows your meaning. Start with this. $10 is a fair price. We're treating the $10 as one lump sum, a single price, so it's singular and we use is. But watch what happens when the same $10 is spread out. $10 were scattered on the floor. Now we picture separate coins and bills lying around, so it turns plural, and we use were. The same idea covers time. 2 weeks is enough time. One single stretch of time, so it's singular. Ask yourself whether the amount is 1 unit or many pieces, and the verb will follow. Let's pull it all together into a quick check for special subjects. First, if the subject is a collective noun, ask, is the group acting as one or as many? One means singular, many means plural. Second, if the word ends in S, ask whether it names one thing, like mathematics, or a pair, like scissors. And third, if it's an amount of money or time, ask whether it's one total or separate pieces. Answer those, then simply match the verb. Singular subject, singular verb. Plural subject, plural verb. Let's try a few together. Let's practice. In this first set, I'll give you a sentence with the verb missing, and you choose the form that agrees with its special subject. Think about whether the subject counts as one or as many. Pause the video and try each on your own before I reveal the answer. The jury blank its final verdict. Notice the word its. The jury is speaking with one voice here, acting as a single body, so it takes a singular verb. The answer is delivers. Measles blank a serious illness. Measles ends in an S, but it names a single disease, just one thing, so we choose the singular form. The answer is. My scissors blank on the desk. Scissors is one of those words that always names a two-part object, so it's plural. We need are. The answer is are. Nice work. In this second set, keep going with the same idea. Pick the verb that agrees, watching for those tricky S endings, ICS words, and amounts. Pause and try each before I answer. $20 blank a reasonable price. Here, the $20 is a single amount, one price, so we treat it as singular. The answer is. Statistics blank a demanding course. This time, statistics names a single field of study, one course, so it acts singular. The answer is. The committee blank among themselves about the budget. The phrase among themselves tells you the members are acting separately, each with an opinion of their own, so the committee is plural here. The answer is argue. Let's gather up what we learned about special subjects. A collective noun, like team or cast, is singular when the group acts as one unit, and plural when its members act on their own. Some nouns end in S but are singular, like mathematics and news, while others are always plural, like scissors and pants. And the ICS words, like politics, can go either way depending on your meaning. Finally, a noun of amount is singular when you mean one total. $10 is a fair price. And plural when you mean separate pieces. Keep asking that one simple question. Is this one or many? Answer it, and the verb will always agree. Great work today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.